Hello folks, welcome back to the Journeyman and welcome back to a brand new season on the channel today. As you will tell once again from the thumbnail and the name of today's video, we've moved on up. We've got a new job, this time in the Premier League, which I'm sure you have guessed. So let's go and see which club we've gone and joined. And as you can see, it's actually my beloved Wolverhampton Wanderers. So we're now, what, 4 or 5 seasons in, and we have joined Wolves at a time of need, really. Obviously, massive experience once again at Cardiff. Unfortunately, we lost that playoff final. But Wolves were willing to give us an interview, and we managed to get the job there. So, I'm going to quickly, today's video, go through the team. I go through what's happened, who's been in charge, and of course kick off the season as well. So there's quite a lot to get into. Obviously, if there's anything that I've missed out of note, let me know in the comment section and I'll be sure to have a look. But since starting, Wolves have finished 8th. Actually finished 2nd 2 seasons ago, and most recently finished 11th. So they said that was time up for the manager, who was Dejan Stankovic, who actually took over from Nuno. Who is now unemployed. He's managed Newcastle since, but Stankovic, who got a 50% win ratio, and that was it. But had got Wolves into the Champions League. Now, plenty of players have come and gone. I'll quickly show you the squad. Let's see who they've got. So, in players of note, really, Keylor Navas and Guido Herrera are the goalkeepers. Herrera is on his way out. I'm going to be selling him and bringing in a replacement, which we'll talk about shortly. Current centre-halves are Tommy Santiago, Dutch centre-half. Diogo Leite, who I have signed recently, which we'll talk about shortly. Willy Bolly, still at the club. Jared Branthwaite was stuck in the under-23s, really. Wolves spent a fair whack of money on him. Spent 9.5 million on him, and he's had 2 loans out to Portugal, to Famalicão, and not played. So I brought him into the first team just as a backup. Nelson Semedo still at the club. Leander Dendoncker, Cody. I've brought in Matteo Ruggeri on loan. Johnny as well is still there. Thierry Correa. Sandro Tonali, Zambo Anguissa. Jamie Sione. Bruno Jordao is still at the club. Dominic Yankov. Andres Pereira is on his way out. I've accepted a bid of 12.5 million for him from Watford. Daniel James is at the club as well, alongside Pedro Neto, Nuno Santos, Andre Horta, Raul Jimenez, Fabio Silva, and Leonardo Campana still at the club. So, lots of talent there, guys. Really, really good squad, to be fair. Of course, still keeping that massive core of Portuguese players, but Fabio Silva now coming towards, a really good player. Jimenez is still a really good player. And just overall, it's been fantastic. Now, in terms of signings going on at the moment, I'm looking at bringing in Diogo Costa as a backup for this season, and probably with a view to becoming our first team goalkeeper. That deal has all gone through. It's going to be 14 and just over 14.5 million up front, going up to 22.5 million. And in terms of other signings, I've brought in Matteo Ruggeri and Diogo Leite for £35.5 million. And that was because we got rid of a lot of dead wood. So, brought in £46.5 million of money. This guy here, Amer Gojak, the deal was already in place. He's left for just over £20 million. Junior Firpo, who was at the club, I've cashed in on it for 12.75. Mikel Karbovnik was at the club as well. We've cashed in on him for 12.25. Marcus Bettinelli has gone for 1.7. Matthias Sarkic, the goalkeeper, has gone for 1 mil. I've just got rid of a few players and a couple of players out on loan as well, such as Owen Otasawi, Dion Sanderson, Luke Matheson. They're all still at the club. Financially, though, guys, they're in a really decent position. We've got £84 million in our transfer kitty still. Obviously, the deal for Costa will come off of that. And in terms of the schedule, it's been an immaculate pre-season for us. A 2-1 win at Anderlecht, a 3-1 win over Shanghai Port, a 5-0 win over Zhejiang, a 8-0 win over Dongwu, a 2-0 win over Stuttgart, and most recently a big 5-0 win over Borussia Mönchengladbach, which we'll take every day of the week. So we're going to kick off the season today against Southampton. If we look at the Premier League right now, in terms of season preview, we're at 10th place, so we're sort of mid-table, but level on odds with the likes of Southampton up in 7th as well. If we can push for European football, that'd be phenomenal. But what a rise it has been for us, guys, from, of course, managing at Cardiff City. But look at this rise. It's been phenomenal. Brackley, to Grimsby, to Cardiff, and now of course to Wolves. So it's been a really, really good time. And in Cardiff, only won Manager of the Month twice, but obviously didn't get a competition win. Grimsby, we won Manager of the Month, and yeah, we moved. But looking forward to it. It's going to be a really, really good spell, and it's nice that it's Wolves, obviously, as well, because it's a team that I've supported. And in terms of systems, we're going to be using the 4-2-3-1 again and seeing how we can get on with that. So I reckon it's time for us to jump into our first game. It's against Southampton. Previous meetings against the Saints haven't been kind, so let's hope for a change in fortune and grab 3 points. So then here we are with the teams. A little bit annoying that unfortunately both of our left-back options are, well, I've got 3 left-back options. 2 of them are injured and 1 of them's on international duty. So it's a start for Branthwaite at left-back today, but the rest of the team is Navas in goal, Semedo, Bolly, Leite, Branthwaite, Zambo Anguissa, Tonali, Neto, Horta and Santos as that attacking midfield 3. In behind, Fabio Silva. Southampton still got some good players. Gabriel Barbosa, Danny Ings still up there as well. Salisu at the back. James Ward-Prowse is all playing there as well. But it's our first proper game in charge of Wolverhampton Wanderers. And here we are. Lovely view of the stadium there. And we're going to be kicking off our season and our career as Wolves boss at Molineux. Of course, it's nice. Nice little narrative, especially with Nuno leaving in real life. But here's Anguissa now. Into Semedo. Semedo back to Anguissa. Into Horta. Beats his man there. Got some really talented players in this team, and Nuno Santos is one of them. He's beating his man there, Santos, and he forces a really good save from Ugur-Can in goal. Just 5 minutes in, we start to threaten Southampton already there. It's going to be Santos on the corner. Ball in towards Bolly, and it's a strong header. And another save by Ugur-Can. Kikia in goal. What a start. But saying that, well, we got quite lucky there. Tonali's restarted the move. Horta now running in field. Andre Horta, good ball in towards Fabio Silva. Back to goal. Pedro Neto on his right foot. And it's taken just 6 minutes. And it's Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Southampton 0. And it's Pedro Neto on the right wing who smashes it home. All Wolves to kick off the game. This is a fantastic run by Horta. Thought Fabio Silva did really well. Dealt with the deflections nicely. And Neto hits it so sweetly with some power. And we have the lead. And what a dream start to the season it has been for us. We'll take that every day of the week. Of course, Southampton, a team who, you know, were in a similar position to us, I'd say. Made it into the conference. Santos with a ball in, and it's Leite on his debut. They're the free kicks that you cannot defend against. Pure power on the set piece. And Diogo Leite at the back post. On his debut, can nod home into an almost empty net. And what a start it's been for us here, folks. Just needed that little bit of quality. And it's showing how quality that we can be. Leite there. Rings went down. It's a chance. And it has gone in. It's Gabriel Barbosa with the goal to make it 2-1. Made that probably a little bit too easy for Southampton, if I'm honest. Danny Ings was there. Tackled by Leite there. Ward-Prowse came away with it, and Gabriel really just had to put it into the back of the net. There was a touch on it, but Southampton are back in the game at 2-1 now. 25 minutes gone at Molineux. We've probably looked the slightly better team. You can see Southampton playing that 4-4-2. Branthwaite here to Horta. Back to Branthwaite. He plays that long ball forward. Neto was never going to win that. Bolly will go direct to find Fabio Silva. Neto, good ball over the top to Santos. His skip past Ward-Prowse, and Fabio Silva was there. Really hoping we could see lots of goals from Fabio Silva. He's still such a young talent in this game. Real quality player. Going to be playing as a lone striker throughout the majority of the season with Jimenez as a backup and Leonardo Campana in there as well. Tonali now to Santos on his left foot. I think he should have hit that slightly earlier, but he's won a corner. And will continue to put the pressure on Southampton with this corner. Santos balling towards Leite, who is going to get bags of goals if he and Willy Bolly continue to get themselves in that position. He's going to drop a little praise on the boys with 7 minutes to go until half-time. Here's Nelson Semedo here and back to Leite, into Sandro Tonali. What a signing he's been for Wolves in this game. Andre Horta now. Great tackle by Antonio. Had to be careful though. Santos to Silva. Lovely play. Pedro Neto. He makes it 3-1. He made it look so easy as well. Second goal of the game for Pedro Neto. Second goal of the season. And with 5 minutes to go until half-time, it's a telepathic connection between Fabio Silva and Pedro Neto. Silva with his second assist of the game as well, I think. He got the first one for Neto, and he's got the second one as well, and we're 3-1 up. What a first half of football this has been. The fans will be loving this. If Wolves can get something like this in real life, that'd be great. And Danny Ings has made it 3-2. Right, pressure back on us. 100th league goal for Southampton. Phenomenal. He makes it 3-2 though. Southampton really haven't threatened us too much, but when they have, they've taken their opportunities. Smashed it for a small crowd of players. And look at the amount of events we've seen there. Can we get them on the break? Another goal would be nice just before half time. But Southampton may make it 3-3. And it's just wide. Nandez will keep it in. I think there was a touch on it. Neto with a fantastic tackle. And it goes out for a corner. It's coming towards half-time. Southampton still knocking on the door. And ball in there. And it's headed away by Laite. Sambi Lokonga. Chance for Salisu, who loses it. Can we get them on the break here, maybe? Sandro Tonali. He's going to break forward. He's found Andre Horta. Lovely touch from Horta. Can he whip one in? Back post was on Horta. And it's a great tackle there. We're going to go into injury time now of 3 minutes. Ball back in there. Headed away only as far as Nuno Santos. Back on his left foot. Headed away again. Still in there. And he'll whip it in again for a third time. And this time it's cleared away. And it looks like it'll be half time. It certainly is. Look at the amount of events there. Goals and bookings. There's been 6 bookings in the game. And 5 goals. It's been a phenomenal game of football so far. But we do still have that small upper hand. Neto with the 2 goals. Fabio Silva with the 2 assists. We also saw a goal for Diogo Leite. But creating plenty of opportunities. We've just got to make sure we don't get too complacent and let Southampton back into the game. Which we almost did there as Keylor Navas came. Cleared away here now to Nuno Santos, who's found Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto now on the right-hand side. He's on a hat-trick. Pedro Neto, what a run! What a goal! Pedro Neto makes it 4-2. And what a goal to seal the hat-trick. And hopefully seal all 3 points. Pedro Neto, what a run. Down that right-hand side. Darting down, and he finds the back of the net to make it 4-2. Wow. Now, I wouldn't mind the second half being that little bit quieter, but it's been phenomenal in front of goal today, just creating opportunities. Pedro Neto, what a game he's having. Here's Danny Ings now with his back to goal. He's got to be careful. He was on a booking as well. He's lost it. And now Pedro Neto can go again. Fabio Silva's in front of him, but Pedro Neto's going to go alone. Pedro Neto still Neto. Oh, what another goal again. It's 4 goals for Pedro Neto. It's 5-2 and another phenomenal goal from Pedro Neto. Picks it up from his own half, runs the length of the pitch again, beats a tackle. This time he's on the opposite wing, so he's on his favoured left foot. Goalkeeper leaves, the near post wide open, and Neto makes it 5-2. And Wolves now dominating this game, and it is the Pedro Neto show. Here he is again. Tries to switch the play this time. Wasn't a great pass by Neto. You can let him off, though, I suppose. He's on a 10.0 rating. James Ward-Prowse whips one back in. Chance again. Pinball in the area. And Southampton get themselves another goal. It's Danny Ings. It's 5-3. I mean, like I say, it's not my favourite left-back there at the moment, Branthwaite. He is struggling to sort of contain Ward-Prowse there. You'd hope we'd defend that a little bit better. But Danny Ings, again, has to just pick up the pieces to make it 5-3 now. We're going to go to the subs bench now for the first time in this game. We've got a few players that I want to see a little bit more of. One of them is Dominic Yankov. So we're going to bring him on through the middle. And we're going to bring on Raul Jimenez up front as well. Not a goal for Fabio Silva, but contributed a lot towards today's lead. And we'll also, in a short while, bring on another central midfielder because our 2 midfielders are currently on bookings. And I hope I haven't jinxed that now. Salisu with the ball upfield. Antonio to Ings. Ings now finds Pedro, who's in, and Pedro scores. Now then, it's 5-4. Hopefully, I'm hoping that isn't. I'm not sure. I don't know why it's gone a little bit jumpy there, the match engine. But I'm hoping that that isn't. That's all, really. I'm hoping we don't chuck that away. We're going to bring on Jamie Sione. He's going to come on for Sandro Tonali as that DLP. It's on a booking. We just want to make sure he doesn't get sent off. But I don't really like how there's more and more chances here. James Ward-Prowse now. Ball through towards Danny Ings. Bolly got the tackle. Oh, my. It's 5-5. How have we chucked this away? From, what, 5-2 up, was it? Keylor Navas has had a stinker. So I think when Diogo Costa comes in, he may well have a chance at starting. But Bolly, oh, how on earth have we chucked this away? I don't even know what to say. We're into 6 minutes added time, and the game is finished 5-5. It's a 10-goal thriller, but my word, we've chucked that away. We've conceded 3 goals in the last 25 minutes of the game to allow Danny Ings to grab his hat-trick. He won't quite get the match ball because Pedro Neto beat him to it, but that's frustrating. Really, really is. Of course, Branthwaite, I picked him out, really. It's frustrating that we had all those injuries at once. But we had such a dominant lead. But Pedro Neto, obviously phenomenal. But, yeah, it's a point. But, you know, to score 5 but concede 5 is very, very frustrating. We should have done better than that. But it is a point, and of course now we can focus on things a little bit more. We've got a couple of weeks left of the transfer window, so we'll recap that. But we'll come back for that West Midlands derby at the start of September up against Aston Villa. So we've got 3 games in the meantime: Watford, Leeds, and then a Carabao Cup second round game as well to come. Guys, if you did enjoy it today, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until next time, I'll see you all very, very soon.